Hello everyone, I am your host, Anthony Binns. Welcome once again to Trendwave News TV. In a previous presentation, we explored Professor Donald Harris's ideas for transforming Jamaica's future, which are highly relevant to the country's current economic, social, and environmental realities. Many of the challenges he addressed, such as economic diversification, inequality, and sustainable development, remain critical issues for Jamaica today. Here's how his proposals relating to Jamaica is currently being contextualized. In this presentation, we are switching our focus to discuss how the implementation of his plans or lack thereof is currently affecting Jamaica's social and economic realities. Jamaica, no matter where we go, no matter how far we travel, remains in our heart and soul. But here's the question: as we move forward in the world, is our beloved Jamaica ready to rise to its full potential? Today, we're exploring revolutionary ideas that could change the future of our homeland. For those of us in the diaspora who still care deeply about where we came from, this is a conversation we need to have. You don't want to miss this. If you're watching from New York, Toronto, London, or anywhere across the globe where Jamaicans have planted roots, this presentation is for you. We know that no matter where we live, our hearts are still with Jamaica. But there's a question that many in the diaspora ask: what's next for the island? In today's video, we'll dive into some bold and transformative ideas from Jamaican-born economist Professor Donald Harris, who happens to be the father of US Vice President Kamala Harris. These aren't just ideas for government officials to consider. They're ideas that could change the lives of our families and communities back home. We'll explore how these proposals can make Jamaica not just a place to visit for vacation, but a land of opportunity and growth for all Jamaicans. Let's get into it. Harris' first proposal is about diversifying the economy. His call for diversification remains urgent. Encouraging sectors like technology, renewable energy, and industrial manufacturing could make Jamaica less dependent on tourism and agriculture, allowing for more resilience in times of crisis. The rise of Jamaica's business process outsourcing (BPO) sector could be seen as a step in the direction Harris envisioned, but further efforts are needed to solidify this diversification. Current reality is that Jamaica still relies heavily on traditional sectors such as tourism, agriculture, and remittances, which leaves the economy vulnerable to external shocks, such as natural disasters like the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl, or global crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. His second proposal is agricultural reform. Harris's emphasis on improving agricultural infrastructure and supporting small and medium-sized farmers resonates with ongoing debates about how to enhance agricultural productivity and food security in Jamaica. His ideas could help to stabilize the sector, ensuring it becomes a viable part of a diversified economy. The current reality is that agriculture in Jamaica continues to face challenges like low productivity, lack of modernization, and vulnerability to climate change. Small farmers, in particular, struggle with access to finance, technology, and markets. His third proposal is for education and human capital development. His focus on human capital development through education remains highly relevant. In a globalized world, the need for a workforce trained in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, is crucial for Jamaica's economic development. Government initiatives like the Heart and STA Trust reflect some alignment with this vision, but broader reforms could further enhance the country's global competitiveness. The current reality is that Jamaica faces challenges in its education system, particularly in equipping students with the skills needed for a modern, globalized economy. While there have been efforts to improve STEM education, more investment is required in technical and vocational training, as well as higher education. Before I continue, please take a moment to click on the subscribe button. Your support of this channel is important and is greatly appreciated. Let us now look at his fourth proposal, which is tackling inequality relevance of Harris ideas. Harris' call for progressive taxation and welfare programs is still highly relevant. As Jamaica seeks to build its economy, policies that prioritize the poor and marginalized are essential to ensure inclusive growth. Current social protection programs, such as the Program of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH, align with this, but more systemic reforms are needed to address the root causes of inequality. Current reality is that Jamaica continues to experience significant income inequality with a wide gap between the wealthy and the poor. Economic growth has not translated into equitable wealth distribution, and poverty remains a persistent issue, especially in rural areas. His fifth proposal is for structural adjustment and economic reforms. Harris's skepticism toward IMF-driven austerity policies remains relevant, particularly in light of recent debates about the balance between debt reduction and social spending. His emphasis on homegrown economic reforms could encourage more people-centered policies, ensuring that economic stability does not come at the cost of social development. The current reality in this regards is that Jamaica has been under International Monetary Fund, IMF, structural adjustment programs for decades. And while there have been improvements in macroeconomic stability, many argue that austerity measures have stifled social development and increased the burden on the poor. His sixth proposal is for trade and investment policies. Harris's advocacy for strategic trade and investment policies is pertinent. While foreign investment is critical for Jamaica's growth, ensuring that local businesses and industries are protected and can thrive is equally important. Policies that promote technology transfer and skills development from foreign investors would help Jamaica develop its own industries, as Harris proposed. The current reality is that Jamaica continues to rely on foreign investment, particularly in sectors like tourism and mining, but concerns remain about how much local industries and workers benefit from these investments. Global trade shifts, including the rise of new trading partners, have also presented challenges and opportunities. Harris's seventh proposal is for environmental sustainability. Harris's focus on environmental sustainability is even more critical today, as Jamaica grapples with the realities of climate change. His call for eco-friendly tourism and renewable energy development provides a roadmap for sustainable growth. The country's renewable energy initiatives, such as solar and wind projects, align with his vision, but the scale of these efforts must increase to meet future challenges. The current reality is that climate change poses a significant threat to Jamaica, with rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and environmental degradation affecting agriculture, tourism, and coastal communities. Efforts to develop renewable energy sources and promote sustainable tourism are underway, but more action is needed. His eighth proposal is for empowering local businesses. His call for empowering local businesses remains vital for fostering homegrown industries and reducing dependence on foreign capital. Current programs like the Development Bank of Jamaica's SME initiatives are steps in this direction, but Harris's vision suggests a need for broader reforms that would make it easier for local businesses to thrive. The current reality is that while there has been growth in small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, in Jamaica, local entrepreneurs still face challenges in accessing finance, technology, and markets. Bureaucratic hurdles and high interest rates also remain significant barriers. In conclusion, Professor Donald Harris's ideas remain highly relevant to Jamaica's current challenges and opportunities. His focus on economic diversification, human capital development, reducing inequality, and sustainable development provides a long-term vision that addresses the core issues Jamaica faces today. While some of his proposals have been reflected in current policies, there is still much to be done to fully realize the transformation he envisioned. Implementing his ideas more comprehensively could help Jamaica achieve greater economic stability, social equity, and environmental sustainability in the future. So, what do you think? Are we ready to embrace these bold ideas? Jamaica stands at a crossroads, and the future we want is within reach. But it's up to us, the government, businesses, and the people, to take the steps needed for real transformation. If you believe in the future of Jamaica, if you think we can rise above the challenges and build a stronger, more resilient nation, hit that like button, share this video, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Let's start the conversation about how we can work together to make these ideas a reality. Be sure to subscribe for more deep dives like this. Click on the links in the description to watch part 1 of this presentation and to enjoy some special product offers. And as always, thank you for watching. Walk good, my friends and family.